It was a critical day at Zhongqing No. 2 High School. Class 5, Grade 3 was buzzing with anticipation as the unified exam loomed large. 20 years of relentless hard work had led to this moment. The stakes were high, and every student was determined to give it their all. Class teacher Chun Fan stood before them, his voice firm yet encouraging. Those taking the liberal arts exam, make sure they're all set for tomorrow. Double check your stationery tonight so they're not caught off guard. Then his gaze shifted to the students preparing for the martial arts exam. And those who are taking the martial arts exam, don't forget to prepare their combat gear and weapons. This is their chance to showcase their skills, so make sure they're equipped and ready to perform at their best. The teacher's piercing gaze settled on Xu Jingming. He is emphasizing this one last time, he warned, his voice serious. There's a risk of death in the martial arts college exam. Those who awaken ability below D level are not recommended to choose the martial arts college entrance. Xu Jingming's eyes widened slightly as he murmured to himself, "Is he calling me out?" A flutter of anxiety danced in his chest. As a transmigrator, Xu Jingming took a deep breath and silently introduced himself to the world of Blue Star, a world of contrasts. On one hand, the technology level was familiar, with all the advancements and conveniences that came with it. On the other hand, the existence of terrifying, bloodthirsty, and ferocious beasts added a layer of danger and unpredictability to everyday life. Awakened individuals with superpowers played a crucial role in resisting these ferocious beasts. These individuals, with their unique abilities, were the frontline defense against the beast threat. In the world of Blue Star, the age of 16 marked a significant milestone as it was when individuals could awaken their unique abilities. The diversity of these abilities added a fascinating layer to society. Each person possessed their own distinct power, and the strange, unpredictable nature of these abilities led to a wide range of possibilities, from practical and useful powers to more unusual and creative ones. This created a complex and dynamic society where individuals with different abilities needed to work together to survive and thrive amidst the ferocious beasts. The rating system in Blue Star had 9 levels, from A to G, providing a clear hierarchy of abilities. Most people could only learn skills from rank F to D, suggesting that higher ranks were exceptionally challenging to attain. This limitation created a sense of aspiration and competition among awakened individuals, with those striving to reach the higher ranks. The rarity of individuals surpassing rank D made them stand out, and their abilities were highly sought after. Xu Jingming's great ability was weak electricity, similar in power to a stun baton. This ability could be useful in close-range combat, allowing him to incapacitate opponents or beasts temporarily. Xu Jingming's face burned with embarrassment and frustration as he listened to Huang Tian's words. The repetition of Teacher Chen's discouraging remarks felt like a punch to the gut. E-grade trash, echoed in his mind, making him wonder if he was indeed good enough for the martial arts exam. Huang Tian's tone seemed almost amused, as if enjoying Xu Jingming's predicament. The suggestion to take the liberal arts track and work as a small clerk felt like a fate worse than death. Xu Jingming shouted at Huang Tian, "It's none of your business, Huang Tian." "Humph, I'll let you know who's the best in the unified exam." Huang Tian's words were laced with mockery and condescension, dripping with disdain. "Pretty boy, you'll just die on the exam ground," he sneered, eyes gleaming with amusement. The phrase "pretty boy" stung, implying Xu Jingming was fragile and weak, a harsh blow. Xu Jingming looked at him as Huang Tian left. Lynching, trying to calm the situation, said in a calm and soothing tone, "Don't mind what he said. Everyone has their own value. Changing your major to liberal arts and living your life in the city wouldn't be so bad. Would it?" Lin Qing's words seemed like a genuine attempt to help Xu Jingming see reason, not to provoke. He highlighted the potential benefits of a more stable and secure path rather than risking everything on the martial arts exam. In the Great Xia Kingdom, the education system was divided into 2 distinct disciplines, liberal arts and martial arts. This division was based on an individual's abilities and combat potential. Those with lower ability levels or lacking confidence in combat were steered toward liberal arts. This path allowed them to pursue a more ordinary life, free from the dangers and challenges of martial arts. The stakes were high for those who chose the martial arts path. The unified exam required them to enter a designated location and engage in a fight to the death against fierce beasts. This brutal and unforgiving test meant only the strongest and most skilled would survive. The ultimate goal of passing the unified exam was gaining entry into the Ability University, a prestigious institution offering advanced training and mentorship. After several years of rigorous training under experienced mentors, students could break through the unranked system and become true ranked ability users, unlocking powerful strengths and skills. Xu Jingming's thoughts turned darker as he recalled the tragic fate of his parents, who had died in a beast-tide. This personal loss fueled his determination to become stronger and take the martial arts unified exam. He felt that avoiding the exam wouldn't guarantee safety, given the ever-present threat of beast invasions. With this painful memory, his resolve to face the challenges of the martial arts exam grew stronger. He saw this path as a way to honor his parents' memory and protect himself and others from similar tragedies. The weight of his past experience drove his actions and decisions forward. Returning to his apartment, Xu Jingming's determination to take the martial arts exam burned brighter than ever. As he entered his humble abode, he picked up his trusty spear, the familiar weight comforting in his hands. With a focused gaze, he began to train, his movements swift and precise. As he practiced, a faint hum of electricity emanated from his body, crackling with energy. The air around him vibrated with the power of his E-grade ability, weak electricity. Exhaustion soon caught up with him, and his movements slowed. He finally came to a stop, his chest heaving with exertion. He can't practice anymore, he thought, muscles aching and breathing labored. The electricity coursing through his body began to dissipate, leaving him drained. He leaned against the wall, his spear slipping from his grasp, closing his eyes and letting the weariness wash over him. Despite the exhaustion, he knew he couldn't give up. The martial arts exam was just around the corner, and he had a long way to go. Since his ability had awakened, Xu Jingming had chosen a long spear as his companion. For 2.5 years, he had dedicated himself to mastering spear techniques. However, despite his prolonged practice, his proficiency remained at a beginner's level. Despite his struggles, he had high hopes for a technique that might elevate his skills, the spear technique, Lightning Gale Break. It was a powerful move that would undoubtedly make him stronger, but the steep price of 300,000 was a major hurdle. The reality of the martial arts world was harsh, with a growing number of student deaths among those below D class. For Xu Jingming, gaining entry into an awakened university was a matter of survival, and he knew he had to fight with every ounce of strength he possessed. The stakes were high and the competition fierce. His determination to succeed was fueled by the knowledge that his future depended on it. He was willing to push himself to the limit, take risks, and face challenges head-on in pursuit of a better life. Suddenly, the screen flickered to life, displaying a message in bold, futuristic font. System activation successful. Xu Jingming's eyes scanned the screen, reading newbie gift package and chat system for transmigrators. A surge of excitement mixed with trepidation coursed through him. "Do you want to claim the newbie gift package?" the screen asked, offering a tantalizing prospect. His mind whirled with possibilities. What could the gift package contain? Would it be a powerful technique, a valuable resource, or something else entirely? And what was the chat system for transmigrators? His excitement reached a boiling point as he eagerly asked, "What's in the gift package?" The system responded, "Newbie gift package includes S-rank super ability, 200 ability points." His eyes widened in awe, a huge grin spreading across his face. An S-rank ability was the pinnacle of power, and 200 ability points would give him immense flexibility to customize his skills. Xu Jingming's mind reeled at the implications of possessing an S-rank super ability. In a major country like Xiaohua, it typically took 3 to 4 years for an individual to awaken their abilities. But an S-rank ability from the start? That was unprecedented. He knew with such immense power, he would be highly sought after. Top ability universities would fight tooth and nail to recruit him, showering him with resources and opportunities. He would likely be cultivated into a top-tier powerhouse with the best instructors, facilities, and training programs at his disposal. Sweat dripped down Xu Jingming's forehead as he gazed at the system screen, determination burning in his eyes. An E-rank trash like me still has a chance to defy fate and change my destiny, he thought, his resolve solidifying. With a deep breath, he raised his hand and his voice echoed through the room. Claim! The system screen flickered with a triumphant message. Newbie gift package claimed successful. Xu Jingming's eyes widened as he read on. 200 ability points have been credited, but it was the next line that truly caught his attention. S-rank super ability, Purple Cloud Thunder Gods, lightning is being distributed. His heart was enveloped in a crackling aura of lightning, and the system screen displayed the progress. 10%. Suddenly, electrical energy surged, spreading throughout his body. As the progress bar ticked upward, Xu Jingming's entire form became shrouded in majestic, purple-hued lightning. The air around him vibrated with electric potential, and his body glowed with otherworldly energy. The system screen displayed progress. 20%. As the purple lightning intensified, the air was filled with the acrid smell of ozone, and the sound of crackling energy grew louder. The lightning burst forward from his body, damaging the surroundings. Furniture splintered, walls cracked, and windows shattered as the uncontrolled energy wreaked havoc on the apartment. Neighbors gathered below, shocked and frightened by the explosion and burst of purple lightning. Some pointed and gasped. Others quickly pulled out their phones to call for help. One neighbor, Mrs. Lee, quickly dialed the emergency number, shouting, "Hello! Hello! There's a fire or something happening at Xu Jingming's apartment. Please send someone quickly." Xu Jingming's body arched in agony as the system screen flashed progress. 50%, 60%, 70%. The purple lightning raged through his body, threatening to consume him from the inside out. The pain was excruciating, as if his cells were being rewritten by the intense energy. His vision blurred, breathing became ragged, and he felt as if being forged in a crucible of electricity. His body was transforming through the S-rank ability. One neighbor, an elderly man named Mr. Wong, looked up at the sky and frowned. "Why did the sky suddenly turn dark?" he asked aloud. Confusion etched on his face. Others followed his gaze and noticed the ominous tone of the sky. On the other side of the city, an elder man from the military council gazed upward, expression stern. "Terrifying thunder," he muttered. He sensed some kind of heavy pressure. A powerful lightning attribute ferocious beast is about to invade. With a commanding voice, he ordered a subordinate. "Zhongqing's 3rd Legion, enter alert status. Prepare our lightning-resistant armor and mobilize the electric shock squad. We must be ready to respond at a moment's notice." The subordinate nodded swiftly and relayed the orders, activating the Legion's emergency protocols. Elder Man Wu's remained fixed on the sky, calculating the potential threat and preparing for battle. "We will not let this beast catch us off guard. Prepare the city's defenses and get the troops ready to deploy." A majestic lightning dragon appeared in the sky, its electric body crackling with energy as it swooped toward Xu Jingming's apartment. The air was charged with anticipation, and the dragon's arrival coincided with Xu Jingming's transformation. As the dragon drew closer, Xu Jingming's body surged with even more intense purple lightning, and he let out a mighty scream. The system screen flashed rapid updates: 80%, 90%, 99%. Finally, it displayed 100% ability transformation completed. The purple lightning dissipated, revealing a transformed individual. His eyes glowed with inner light, and his aura pulsed with incredible power. The lightning dragon hovered above, its presence seeming to acknowledge Xu Jingming's newfound abilities. With a mighty roar, Xu Jingming raised his hands, and the air around him crackled with electricity. He had become a master of the lightning attribute, and the world would soon tremble at his power. With a surge of exhilaration, Xu Jingming gazed at his hands, now imbued with the S-rank ability. Purple Haven Divine Thunder. The electric baton he once wielded seemed like a toy compared to this newfound power. One hit from him was enough to shatter a person. He surveyed the destruction caused by the uncontrolled energy release. Furniture was overturned, walls cracked, and windows shattered. "This commotion is a bit too big," he thought. His eyes lit up as he recalled the newbie gift pack. Oh, right. It also gave him 200 ability points, he remembered. Curious, he focused on the ability points. The system displayed a detailed explanation. Ability points can be obtained by killing fierce beasts. Consuming ability points can increase level and upgrade skills. You can view your ability points and upgrade options in the system panel. Xu Jingming chuckled to himself, enjoying the simplicity and power of the system. He just loves this kind of simple and crude cheat, he thought, grinning. With a thought, he opened the system panel, and a holographic display flickered to life in front of him. The panel displayed his information. Name, Xu Jingming. Photo, holographic image of Xu Jingming's face. Skills, Purple Haven. Divine Thunder, S rank other skills. Physique 121Q. Chi Blood Spirit 140 Hz. Spear Arts Basic. Lightning Gale Break Basic. Ability points, 200. Xu Jingming couldn't help but grin, appreciating the system's straightforwardness. It allowed him to focus on what mattered most, getting stronger. With the unified exam just around the corner, he knew he had to make the most of his 200 ability points. He decided to let the system handle the allocation, trusting its calculations to maximize his combat power. Xu Jingming pondered the system's words. The essence of superpower lies in the human body and mind. Let's first enhance those to basic attributes. He gazed at the system screen, which displayed his current attributes. Strength 142. As the purple lightning coursed through his veins, Xu Jingming felt an intense surge of energy. His body seemed to be electrified, and he could sense the power coursing through his muscles and cells. This is what it feels like to boost blood energy and mineral power. With a fierce cry, Xu Jingming bent down and unleashed a flurry of punches, his fist flying in every direction. As he struck, lightning burst forth from his body, crackling with electricity. The air was filled with the accurate smell of ozone as the lightning danced across a room. Each punch sent a bolt of lightning shooting out from his fists, illuminating the space with brilliant flashes of light. The sound of thunder boomed through the air, shaking the very foundations of the room with his basic attributes enhanced. Xu Jingming noticed a significant improvement in his overall abilities. Whether he was using combat techniques or manipulating powers, everything seemed to be amplified accordingly. His movements became more fluid and precise. His strength increased and his agility allowed him to dodge attacks with ease. Even his Purple Haven Divine Thunder seemed more potent, its power surging through him like never before. Xu Jingming pondered the significance of the attribute increase. Both attributes increased by 20 points, he thought. That means each ability point equals 0.2 blood energy or 0.2 hertz. He glanced at the system screen which displayed his updated physique. Physique 141. With his current strength, Xu Jingming felt confident that getting into a superpower university would be a breeze. However, he couldn't help but wonder about his standing among the over 700,000 students in Yang Province. Where did he rank among the prodigies who had been trained by elite mentors since childhood? Xu Jingming grasped the spear firmly, feeling its familiar weight and balance in his hand. Let's go to the martial hall and test my exact state, he thought, a sense of anticipation building within him. The firefighter burst into the room, kicking open the door with urgency. We've got a rescue call. There's a fire here, he exclaimed, his voice firm and commanding. Xu Jingming's eyes widened as he realized the situation. It was probably caused by a fluctuation from my power training, he thought, feeling a surge of concern. However, as he assessed the situation, he noticed that the fire was already under control. It's under control now, I see, he said calmly. The firefighter's expression changed to one of relief, and he nodded. Apprenticeship resolved. Fall back, he said into his comms device before turning to Xu Jingming. All right, situation under control. The firefighter shook his head, chuckling. Such a huge commotion. And it turns out it was just a student training their power. The next generation is truly impressive, he said with a mix of amusement and admiration. The neighbor asked, was everything okay with the fire earlier? Your problem is under control. Xu Jingming replied, good, from the look of it. The neighbor then inquired, heading to the martial hall? Yeah, going there to get some practice. Xu Jingming replied to the neighbor. So, the entrance exam is tomorrow and he is still training. Not like my kid who's stressing over the exam right now. For an awakened individual, becoming a full-fledged superpower user required rigorous training of both physique and mind to boost power output. As a result, martial halls that provided training spaces and instruction became increasingly popular. However, not every family could afford the luxury of a private training room, making these public facilities a vital resource for many aspiring superpower users. The two most renowned chain martial halls in the Xian nation were indeed Thunderclap and Violent Bear. Both institutions had a long history of producing skilled superpower users and were highly respected within the martial community. Xu Jingming's eyes widened in surprise as he turned to look at the person approaching him. Wait, isn't that Tang Xi? His cousin, he thought, a mix of curiosity and familiarity rising within him. Qi, yeah. What brings you to Thunderclap Martial Hall? Xu Jingming asked, curiosity getting the better of him. Tang Xi smiled and replied, just here with a friend. Got it. Then I'll head to the training room, Xu Jingming said, nodding. Tang Xi thought to herself, he seems different than before. Noticing a change in Xu Jingming's demeanor, her friend asked, nudging her playfully, who's that? Kind of handsome, eyeing Xu Jingming with interest. Angie said, Xu Jingming, he is my cousin. He is in senior year like us, taking the martial exam tomorrow. She introduced him casually without much fanfare. Her friend's eyes lit up with curiosity, likely intrigued by the mention of the martial exam and Xu Jingming's connection to Tang Xi. Her another friend teased, why are you asking so many questions? You're crushing on him already, Xia, Xioya playfully replied. Totally with that face. As long as he's not weak, he'll make a great boyfriend. Definitely impressive in public. She giggled, nudging Tang Xi with her elbow. Tang Xi said, you might be disappointed. He only awakened an E-rank ability. Xia replied, E-rank? What shame? Tang Xi's another friend chimed in. Competing in a martial exam with just an E-rank ability. Got to admire the courage. Tang Xi frowned, concern etched on her face. So, what if he's brave? It's way too risky. It'd be better if he didn't take the exam at all. Xia said, all right, let's not talk about that. We came to check out the Thunderclap Martial Hall, didn't we? They chatted among themselves, their conversation flowing easily. True, I've trained at Violent Bear all 3 years of high school. This is my first time in Thunderclap. Relaxing before the exam is good for your mental state. Let's go. With that, they strolled further into the martial hall, taking in the sights and sounds of the bustling facility. Xu Jingming stood opposite to a target holding a spear. He thought to himself, the fear feels lighter. Or maybe it's because my physique got stronger. He glanced at the spear in his hand, his mind wandering to the upcoming exam. But the unified exam is tomorrow, not the time to find a better weapon. With a resolute nod, he refocused on his training. Determined to make the most of the time he had left, he took a deep breath, focusing his energy. Let's see what my full strength looks like. Without power enhancement, with a swift and powerful motion, he stabbed the spear directly into the target. The impact was loud and solid, the spear sinking deep into the target's surface. Xu Jingming observed the result, gauging his own strength and technique. The training room's walls and equipment were made of basic memory metal, a material that could auto-repair within its resistance limit. This meant that the targets and other training equipment could withstand a significant amount of damage before needing manual repair. The memory metal would slowly return to its original shape, erasing any signs of damage. This feature made the training room a convenient and efficient place for students like Xu Jingming to hone their skills. My raw physical strength is now double what was before, Xu Jingming noted, pleased with his progress. Most awakened ones top out at 100 calories in strength. He cracked a small smile, feeling a sense of confidence. Now let's try Purple Heaven Divine Thunder. He stretched out his hand, channeling his power into it. His hand started glowing with thunder, and a lightning bolt rushed forth, striking the target with destructive force. The energy released was immense, measuring 3,021 calories. The target shook violently under the impact, and the air was filled with the accurate smell of ozone. Expected of an S-rank power, this is insane, Xu Jingming exclaimed, stunned by the sheer force of the Purple Heaven Divine Thunder. The average first-tier power user only hits 1,000 calories, and I'm not even officially Tier 1 yet. My output is like a mid-tier, first-tier user. He was both amazed and a little struck by the unexpected potency of his ability. Realizing that strength powers were on a completely different level, he thought to himself, this isn't my full potential. With a fierce determination, he gripped his spear tightly. Thunder began to cover his body as he combined his physical strength, power enhancement, and combat techniques. That's my trump card, he declared. With a swift and deadly motion, he moved forward and stabbed his spear into the target. A purple lightning ball was created at the tip of the spear, and he shouted, "Lightning Gale!" A very powerful light occurred, illuminating the surroundings in a brilliant, electrifying glow. The sheer force of the attack was awe-inspiring, and the resulting explosion of energy left no doubt about the devastating power of the lightning gale technique. The whole building started to shake, and everyone was terrified, thinking it was an earthquake. On the same floor, Tong Chi and her friend exchanged worried glances. Such strong energy fluctuation. That's definitely power user level, her friend said, her voice filled with excitement and curiosity. Xiaoya asked, isn't this floor only for high school training students? Her friend replied, but all the freaks who reached that level early this year are training at Violent Bear, right? Maybe one of those freaks came here for a change, or a new power user student emerged. Tang Chi's eyes sparkled with interest. Let's go check it out. Together, they headed towards a source of disturbance, eager to see what was happening. Angie said, the energy wave seems to be coming from nearby. On the way, they met Xu Jingming. Tang Chi asked Xu Jingming if he was heading home. He replied, yeah, just want to get back and prepare a bit more. Tang Chi said, all right, good luck on the exam tomorrow, but also stay safe. Xu Jingming left. Her friend said, forgot him. The energy fluctuations coming from here. They reached near a room. Its walls were cracked. Tang Chi asked, is it here? They confirmed it when they opened the door, and they were in complete shock. All the things in the training room were completely destroyed. They were horrified by seeing such destruction had happened to the training room. Tang Chi and her friend were in complete shock. They stood frozen in the doorway, their eyes scanning the devastated training room. The destruction was so severe that it was hard to believe it had been caused by a single incident. The room's condition was a testament to the immense power that had been unleashed within its walls. Xiaoya said to her friends, damn, every memory alloy was blasted apart. How powerful was that attack? Do we really have a high school student this strong in Jiangming? Her friends exchanged stunned glances, equally bewildered by the display of power they had just witnessed. The destruction of the memory alloys, known for their exceptional durability, only added to the astonishment. Her friend said, that probably wasn't a high school student. I can still feel the incredible violent energy remnants. The person could be a Tier 2 superpower user who accidentally entered this floor and tested their strength in the training room. Xiaoya's eyes widened in agreement, both of them speculating about the identity and capabilities of the mysterious individual responsible for the destruction. The two students standing apart from them said, I knew it. There's no way a high schooler could unleash that kind of power. Exactly. Even the prodigies in the provincial capital couldn't do this, let alone someone from Jiangqing. They exchanged knowing glances, their voices barely above a whisper as they discussed the implications of destruction they had witnessed. Their tone conveyed a mix of awe and concern, hinting at the potential dangers that such a powerful individual might pose. Xiaoya said, only Xu Jingming passed by here just now. Do you think it was him who caused all this? He is actually a hidden genius who's been controlling his power, waiting to make a big splash during tomorrow's power exam. Her friends turned to her, intrigued by the suggestion, and they began to speculate about Xu Jingming's potential involvement in the destruction. The two students said to Xia, you're reading too many web novels about weaklings in disguise. That's just nonsense. Even if he is hiding his strength, there's got to be a limit. He only awakened in Iran ability. 300 units of attack strength would already be good. They chuckled, dismissing the idea of Xu Jingming being the one responsible for destruction and attributing Xiaoya's speculation to her love for fantastical stories. Her friend said, both of these corridors lead outside. That powerful person must have exited from the other side. That's why we didn't run into them. Tangi, what do you think? She walked to the destroyed block and said, maybe. Her eyes scanned the area, taking in the details of the destruction as if searching for clues that might reveal what had happened. Tangi thought to herself, the traces look like they were made by a spear, so Xu Jingming participating in the martial arts exam is really just overestimating himself. It seems she noticed a detail that hinted at the true nature of the destruction, and Xu Jingming's ability seemed laughably inadequate in comparison. The day of the martial arts exam arrived, and students from all over the school came to participate. Everyone started to murmur to themselves. Some nervously rehearsed their techniques, while others were busy psyching themselves up, ready to give it their all. Xu Jingming entered the area, holding a sphere in his hand, a confident look on his face. He seemed unfazed by the commotion and speculation surrounding him. His calm demeanor is a stark contrast to the whispers and stares of the other students. 3 students whispered, "Oh, this is our test site. Holy crap, I think I saw a unicorn rhino." Didn't they usually use common beasts like shadow cats or iron hair boots in passing exams? This year's exam is going to be very hard. Their eyes widened in surprise as they took in the formidable challenge ahead. A student holding a sword said to them, "So what if it's a unicorn rhino? If you can't even handle this level of beast, even if you get into superpower university by luck, you'll just be a useless nobody." His intense gaze sent shivers down their spines, and they were terrified by the conviction and ferocity emanating from him. Ming asked his best friend, Lu Jia, "Shu, who is this guy acting all arrogant?" His best friend replied, "Who else? That's Yo-Yang from my first year of high school, the Gale sore guy." Lu Jia nodded toward Yo-Yang, his tone laced to a mix of familiarity and weariness. His best friend continued, "Rumor says that he has a B-rank power called Agile Gale, and he's already advanced from no rank to Tier 1. Lu Jia's words were filled with a hint of awe and respect, implying that Ming Yang's abilities were not to be underestimated. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "Oh, him. The guy they say is a top contender for this year's martial arts exam valedictorian." A hint of competitiveness sparked in his eyes as he wondered, between him and me, who's stronger? The challenge seemed to ignite a fire within him. A loud shout came from the examiner. "Attention, all the test takers." The area fell silent as students turned their focus to the front, awaiting the instructions and commencement of the martial arts exam. "I am Wang Haiyang, the chief commander of this Jiangchu martial arts exam. Before the test begins, I will go over some key points again. The exam runs from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 12 hours in total. The testing location is Ruin Town behind me." Wang Haiyang gestured toward a vast battle-card terrain of Ruin Town, where various formidable beasts and challenges awaited the test takers. He continues, "As in previous exams, the area is divided into outer, middle, inner, and core zones. Killing different types and levels of beasts will earn you different scores. The higher the beast level, the stronger it is and the more points you get." Wang Haiyang's words highlighted the strategic challenge ahead, where students would need to balance risk and reward to maximize their scores. He continued, "The core area is like the bonus questions on a written exam meant for the top students. Everyone knows your limit. Don't risk your life just for points." Wang Haiyang shouted, his face stern and angry, emphasizing the gravity of the warning as he gazed at the students. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "Until yesterday, I only dared to wander in the outer zone, but now I'm aiming for the inner zone and even the core." A sense of confidence and ambition swelled within him, driven by the power of the sphere in his hand. "Exam supplies will be distributed. Go to your homeroom teacher in order to receive them. There are 3 items in total." Wang Haiyang's announcement was met with a flurry of activity as students prepared to collect their supplies, eager to gear up for the challenges ahead. Smartwatch tracks a number and types of beasts killed and accumulates scores in real time. Tactical backpack contains 3 energy balls, 1 energy drink, and 1 disposable medical pack to support examinees for 12 hours. Safety sphere, when activated, creates a high-voltage electric barrier. Normal beasts cannot break through it. The details of the supplies were crucial for the students' survival and success in the exam. The teacher said to Xu Jingming, "Once you use the safety sphere, the exam ends. But remember, your life matters more than anything else." "Thanks, teacher. I got it." Xu Jingming replied, nodding in understanding. The teacher's words struck a chord of caution within him. Lin Qingyan shouts at Xu Jingming and asks, "You don't have a team yet, right? Want to team up with us?" She introduces her friend. "This is my friend who recently awakened a C-rank ability," he said to Xu Jingming. "Once we get inside, I'll watch your back." The offer of teamwork and support hung in the air, a strategic opportunity for mutual benefit in the challenging exam ahead. Two students standing nearby whispered to each other, "Class rep. It's fine being a nice guy usually, but this is a martial arts exam." Another said, "A team can only have 5 people max. If we bring him, how are we going to score high?" Their hushed conversation revealed the pragmatic considerations and potential conflicts that could arise in forming alliances for the exam. His friend asked them, "We agreed, and now you're backing out at the last minute." They started arguing. Who knew he would actually show up for the exam? I am not dragging dead weight. The tension between camaraderie and self-interest simmered just below the surface, threatening to boil over into conflict. Xu Jingming held Lu and told him, "Class rep, I really appreciate your kindness." Then he said, "I'll go solo. You guys can form your own team." With a calm determination, Xu Jingming made his decision, choosing to rely on himself rather than potentially burden others. Lu asked Xu Jingming, "Are you serious?" The class rep said, "It is what it is then." "All right, then just be careful." With a nod, Lu accepted Xu Jingming's decision, concern etched on his face as he watched his friend head off alone. Lu walked ahead with an angry face and the two students asked the class rep, "Why don't we team up with Hang Tan instead?" The class rep looked at Xu Jingming with a worried expression, concern for his friend's solo endeavor evident in his gaze. Xu Jingming started smiling and thought to himself, "Without you guys, I can still score high." A confident glint sparkled in his eyes as he walked away, his determination and self-assurance propelling him forward. The air was filled with a hum of drones as they flew overhead, signaling the start of the exam. Launching 2037 National Martial Arts Exam officially begins, activating test site cameras and drone livestream. Exam broadcast starting. The announcement echoed through the venue, marking commencement of the highly anticipated event. The crowd of candidates surged forward, sprinting into the exam area with a singular focus, securing a spot at Superpower University. I will make a name for myself, they thought, determination burning in their hearts as they entered the site, ready to showcase their martial arts prowess. Tong Chi and her friends also dashed into the examination area, their eyes fixed on the challenge ahead as they prepared to give it their all and make a strong impression on the examiners. Zhao Mingyang from #1 High School burst forward, leaping ahead of the pack with explosive power and agility. His movements a blur as he sprinted toward the exam area with an impressive display of speed and determination. Xu Jingming sprinted forward, a fierce determination in his voice as he declared, "Unified Martial Arts Exam, here I come." With each stride, he gained momentum, his movement swift and purposeful as he charged toward the challenge ahead. The smartwatch on Xu Jingming's wrist beeped, displaying a message. Verification completed. The candidate is Xu Jingming, Senior Year 3, Class 5, Jiang #2 High School. The confirmation flashed on the screen, ensuring his identity and readiness for the exam. The screen flickered to life, displaying a live ranking system. First place Zhou Mingyang, second place Leilon, third place Xiao. The rankings flashed on the screen, fueling the competitive atmosphere as the candidates prepared to showcase their skills. Xu Jingming's eyes locked onto the rankings, his determination renewed. Xu Jingming thought to himself, as expected from the #1 high school's top student, Ming Yang is already racing ahead so fast. Time for me to make a move too. A spark of competitiveness ignited within him, and he picked up his pace, ready to challenge the leaders. Xu Jingming thought to himself, there's a long way from the outer zone to the core, so let's head straight for the core area. With a newfound sense of purpose, he adjusted his strategy, focusing on the most critical part of the exam. As Xu Jingming sprinted toward the core area, he suddenly caught sight of something that made him stop dead in his tracks. His eyes widened, and he stood there frozen in surprise or curiosity. Xu Jingming's eyes widened in horror as he saw a student lying unconscious on the ground, blood trickling out of his mouth and a critical wound visible on his chest. He rushed over, concern etched on his face, and knelt down to assess the situation. "What happened?" he muttered, his voice laced with worry. Xu Jingming's eyes widened in alarm as he thought to himself, "Those injuries are serious." He didn't even have time to use a safety sphere. No wonder the teacher kept telling me to skip the exam. Concern and unease gripped him as he realized the gravity of the situation. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "If I hadn't awakened an S-rank ability, I would have probably ended up like this too." The thought sent a chill down his spine as he gazed at the injured student, grateful for his own unique circumstances. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "No regrets. The martial art exam is just that brutal." He pressed the student's smartwatch, calling for the logistics team. "Opportunity always comes with risk," he murmured. "Not everyone gets a chance to defy fate." With a resolute expression, he ensured the injured student received aid, acknowledging the harsh realities of their world. Xu Jingming's heart skipped a beat as he felt a terrifying presence behind him. He spun around and his eyes widened in horror as he saw a massive clawed leg, belonging to a ferocious beast looming over him. The air was thick with tension as a beast's presence seemed to fill the space. Xu Jingming's mind raced, he thought. It deliberately left someone alive to ambush those who got close. His instinct screamed warning as he gazed at the beast, realizing he was likely walking into a trap set by the cunning creature. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "It's a trap made by the ferocious beast." His eyes darted around, assessing the situation as he prepared to defend himself against the impending attack. Xu Jingming steeled himself, ready to face the ferocious beast. His muscles tensed and he poised for action, prepared to defend himself against the beast's ferocious attack. Adrenaline pumped through him as he waited for the beast's next move. The ferocious beast lunged towards Xu Jingming with a snarl, but he swiftly moved back, dodging the beast's vicious attack by a hair's breadth. Xu Jingming breathed out sharply, his reflexes saving him from the deadly strike. The ferocious beast landed mere inches away from Xu Jingming, its eyes locking onto him with a deadly glance. The air was thick with tension as beast and human locked gazes, each sizing up the other for the next move. Xu Jingming felt the weight of the beast's lethal intent bearing down on him. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "The beast has an agile body, sharp claws, and a bite force of over 1,000 kilograms. A well-deserved newbie killer." He swallowed hard, acknowledging the beast's deadly capabilities. Its lethal combo of speed, sharpness, and crushing power made a formidable opponent. Xu Jingming thought to himself, "The reason fierce beasts has the word fierce in their name is because they possess a special ferocious aura that can intimidate their prey. I heard that most awakened people, when they encounter a fierce beast the first time, become helpless under this ferocious aura." He felt a shiver run down his spine, aware of the psychological impact the beast's aura could have on him. Xu Jingming thought that wealthy families would hire specialized ability user bodyguards to take their children into the wilderness, to get them used to fighting fierce beasts as early as possible. This way, the kids learn to handle danger, build confidence, and develop survival skills from a young age. A harsh but effective way to prepare them for the dangers of their world. Xu Jingming said to himself, "Of course, I don't have that kind of privilege. This is my first time truly facing a fierce beast." A mix of nerves and determination played on his face as he realized the gravity of a situation. No luxury of prior training or privileged upbringing here. He was in the thick of it. Facing the beast head-on, the fierce beast lunged towards Xu Jingming, and they faced off face to face. In a split-second decision, Xu Jingming took out his spear and stabbed it into the body of the beast. The outcome hung in the balance, Xu Jingming thought to himself. It seems that this aura has no effect on me at all. A hint of surprise mixed with relief crossed his mind as he realized he wasn't intimidated or helpless under the fierce beast ferocious aura like most others would be. This unexpected resistance might just give him an edge in this deadly confrontation. Xu Jingming takes out his spear from the dead body of the beast, and suddenly a screen appeared showing, "Killed one unranked fierce beast. A Shadow Cat ability points +3. Xu Jingming probably stoked about getting those ability points for his Shadow Cat. Take down an unranked, fierce beast ain't no joke. Xu Jingming said to himself, killing fierce beasts can grant me ability points which can strengthen my power, but unranked fierce beasts give so little. He nodded thoughtfully, realizing that while taking down a beast does reward him with ability points, unranked ones aren't the most lucrative. Maybe he'll need to aim for higher-ranked beasts to get more points and boost his power faster. Xu Jingming thought to himself, since I don't have a big reaction to the fierce beast's aura, there's not much point in staying in the outer area. I have to get to the central area quickly. He figured that with his resistance to the beast's aura, he could handle tougher areas. Heading to the central area ASAP might bring more challenges, but also bigger rewards or opportunities rocket. While reaching the central area, Xu Jingming started killing many beasts. The screen shows so many ability points were added. Xu Jingming's probably pumped seeing his ability points skyrocket like that. Took down lots of beasts in the central areas and paid off big time. His power is going to be boosted majorly with all those points collision. Thinking face while landing on the ground, Xu Jingming thought, I've gained a good amount of ability points, but what I lack now is actual combat experience. Using the purple heaven divine thunder can instantly kill unranked fierce beasts, but this way I can effectively increase my strength. Xu Jingming's weighing the pros and cons. Sure, the divine thunder makes short work of unranked beasts, but relying on it might not help him get stronger through actual combat challenges, grimacing face. Moreover, Xu Jingming thought, the higher the ability rank, the more energy consumes. If I use my full strength with Purple Heaven Divine Thunder, I can't even maintain it for an hour before my E-rank weakness current could last for more than 3 hours. Xu Jingming's realizing the trade-offs of using his powerful skill. High energy drain with Purple Heaven Divine Thunder versus longer lasting but maybe less effective lower rank usage. Balancing power and endurance is a big deal. Balance scale, fire. But the martial arts exam lasts for a full 12 hours before entering the core area. Xu Jingming thought, I can't waste my application. I'll continue to stick to the strategy for the rest of the journey. I'll kill the fierce beast using only my spear techniques to gain more combat experience. Xu Jingming's going to push himself using spear techniques to take down beasts. That way, he'll build combat skills and experience, prepping himself for the challenges ahead in the core area. Xu Jingming suddenly spotted a giant fierce beast that looks at his direction. He started running away from it, and it started chasing him. Xu Jingming's hightailing out of there, but that giant beast hot on his heels. This is going to be a wild chase rocket. Wonder if Xu Jingming can outrun it, or if he'll need to turn around and fight after all. When he looked back, the beast was near him. Suddenly, Xu Jingming jumped up, started spinning, took his spear out, and stabbed it directly into the beast's head. What a crazy move. Xu Jingming pulled off some insane acrobatic combat skills there. Stabbing the spear into the beast's head like that. Gotta be an effective collision. Probably going to get some big rewards or ability points for tucking down a giant fierce beast like that. Xu Jingming took out his spear from the beast head and landed near it. He's probably catching his breath after that intense move. Now he's down. Xu Jingming's thinking, my speed in killing fierce beast is much faster than before. Could it be that my spear techniques has broken through without me realizing it? He's wondering if there's been some unseen progress in his skills. Maybe all the combat experience and ability points gained have bumped up his spear technique to a new level without him even noticing rocket. That explained the increased kill speed. While looking at the screen, Xu Jingming said, as I thought, my spear techniques broken through to intermediate. It seems that relying solely on spear technique in actual combat gives the biggest boost of my strength. Xu Jingming's hype that his spear techniques upgraded to intermediate. He's making the connection that focusing on spear technique in combat's really pumping up his strength chart increasing. Guess the strategy of using spear techniques to kill beasts was a good call. While touching the screen, Xu Jingming said, the intermediate spear technique already makes me feel like I can do whatever I want. What would happen if I were to improve it further? Xu Jingming's curious about the potential of taking his spear technique to the next level. With intermediate spear technique making him feel unstoppable already, he's wondering what heights he'd reach with even more improvement. Possibilities are getting pretty exciting. Suddenly, a lot of spear skills appeared in Xu Jingming's mind. His eyes widened and he was in complete shock. Whoa, that's a lot of new skills flooding like that. Xu Jingming's mind is blown by the influx of spear skills. He's probably thinking, what's just happened? Guess breaking through the intermediate spear technique unlocked a bunch of new moves in his mind brain. Now he's got to process all these new skills. It's amazing. Countless advanced spear techniques are flooding into Xu Jingming's mind. He said, I can't wait to find a first-rank fierce beast to test it on. Xu Jingming's pump about all these new advanced techniques. He's getting dot testing out on a tougher foe. Like a first-rank fierce beast is going to be a big challenge and a great way to see how effective these new skills are. He's looking forward to putting them to the test. Xu Jingming's friends were walking, and suddenly the class rep noticed someone running while holding a spear. She said to her friends, I think I saw Xu Jingming. Her friend said, Squad leader, are you seeing things? It can't be him. With his strength, coming here would be suicide, wouldn't it? The friends doubting it could be Xu Jingming because with Xu Jingming's strength, showing up in this area would be crazy, risky. They're wondering if the class rep's mistaken about who she saw a person. The class rep said, did I really see something wrong? But that silhouette just now really looked exactly like Xu Jingming. Liu Ji said, I wonder how Xu Jingming is doing. The class rep still thinks about that silhouette that looked like Xu Jingming, wondering if it really was him. Liu Ji showing concern for Xu Jingming, thinking about how he's doing. Maybe they're going to ask around or check on Xu Jingming's status. Suddenly, one of their friends called out to them, come here quick. Rhinoceros looks like it just died. The blood on the wounds hasn't dried yet, which means it died a few minutes ago. The fatal wound is on its head from the shape of the wound. It was caused by a spear. A rhinoceros just got taken down and from the wound. It looks like a spear was used. Xu Jingming was just talked about, and he's got spear technique skills. They probably think he had something to do with this kill. The class rep said good. The person I saw nearby just now really was Xu Jingming. Her friend said, you're not going to say that Xu Jingming was the one who killed this rhinoceros, are you? This is a fierce beast that only A to C rank awakens can kill alone. How could Xu Jingming possibly do it? Xu Jingming's friends are doubting that he'd be able to take down a rhinoceros fierce beast like that. They're saying that a job for A or C rank awakened, and Xu Jingming's capabilities don't seem to match up to that level. Her other friend said to find out if Xu Jingming killed it, we just have to check his score ranking, right? Yep. Checking Xu Jingming's score rankings is a straight-shot way to see if he got credit for killing the rhinoceros bar chart. If he did kill it, his score ranking should reflect that kill, and they'd know for sure. His friends are curious and now want to know if Xu Jingming's the one who took down that beast. When they looked at the score of 46th place Xu Jingming, they said it's really him. No, this can't be right. Xu Jingming. He is in the top 50. Could it be someone with the same name? Our E-rank ability awakened people this fierce these days. I don't believe it. Xu Jingming's friends are shocked. They're not buying it that Xu Jingming's in the top 50 with E-rank ability. That's crazy strong for an E-rank. They're wondering if it's a different Xu Jingming or something. The audience stands outside the arena. The first high school is as strong as ever. They are basically taken over the top 10, especially Mingyang, who's ranked first with 412 points. It seems he has already secured the city's top student spot. It's been many years in our Yongqing that a high provincial top 100 student appeared. I wonder if he can do it, the audience said to themselves. The audience is talking about how First High School dominates the rankings trophy. Mingyang's on top with a huge 412 points top arrow. They're thinking he's locked in the city's top student spot 100 points. Now they're curious if they can make it to the hot provincial top 100. Zhang Wenshan said is our Jiangqing ace. His nimble gale is very strong, so he wouldn't be weak even in the provincial martial arts exam. In my opinion, he should be able to break into the top 100 in Yang province. Zhang Wenshan hypes Mingyang. He's saying got a strong skill set with Nimble Tornado, which will serve him well even at the provincial level stadium. Zhang Wenshan continued, Old Lu, I've always been quite satisfied with the education at your first high school, and the third high school isn't bad either. Someone finally squeezed into the top 10. The principals of first and third high schools said, it's all thanks to you, Director. We will continue to rely on you in the future. Zhang Wenshan's talking to Old Lu, saying he's satisfied with the education at first high school. He's also mentioned the third high school's doing okay. The principals are thanking director Zhang Wenshan for his support with folded hands, saying they'll keep counting on him. Zhang Wenshan said that the second high school needs to work harder. Their best student is only ranked 18th. The principal of the second high school bowed down his head and said yes. Zhang Wenshan has a point. Second high schools got to step up their game chart, increasing compared to the others. Their top students ranking 18th, a Zhao Yao principal of second high school thought among the top 50. There are only 8 students from the second high school. Li Ming, Yang Jian, Tang Ju, Xu Jingming, you brats get your act together. Wait a minute. Who is this Xu Jingming? Why haven't I seen this name before? Is there a person with this name in the advanced class? Principal Zhao Yao is thinking about the second high school's representation in the top 50. His name means the 4 students from second high school in the top 50. He's curious about Xu Jingming. Didn't know about the student wondering if Xu Jingming's in the advanced class. Xu Jingming's class teacher is in complete shock as he saw Xu Jingming's name, and he's in the top 50. But isn't this kid E-rank awake? The person? But no matter how much he hides it, can an E-rank ability suddenly turn into an S-rank ability? Xu Jingming's class teacher's blown away. He's thinking Xu Jingming's got an E-rank ability, but somehow he's ranked in the top 50. That's crazy for an E-rank. He's wondering if an E-rank ability can somehow skyrocket to S-rank level, because that would be insane. The class teacher thought only the top 10 have a dedicated camera angle, so he can't find any footage of Xu Jingming right now. How on earth did he get such a high score? The class teacher's puzzled. Since Xu Jingming's not in the top 10, there's no dedicated camera footage of him. He's wondering how Xu Jingming managed to get such a high score with an E-rank ability. The mystery is deepening about Xu Jingming's performance. Central area danger level high. Someone broke a bottle on the ground and stepped forward. It was Xu Jingming, he thought to himself after entering the central area. The number of fierce beasts has significantly decreased. Ranked fierce beasts. How to develop some intelligence, and I'm at the ends of territory, which makes them much more difficult to deal with than unranked ones. Xu Jingming's in the central area where danger's high. He's thinking about the situation. Fewer fierce beasts here, but the ranked ones are smarter and tougher to handle than unranked ones. He's at the edge of his territory, making things trickier. He saw something and said, "Here it is." It was a ferocious beast that was destroying every object that came in front of it. It looks at Xu Jingming and roars. A first-rank fierce beast, an arm-blade tiger, Xu Jingming's face with a crazy beast. The arm-blade tiger's a first-rank fierce beast, destroying everything in its path. It's looking straight at Xu Jingming and roaring loud. This beast got power and Xu Jingming's got to handle it. He said, "It seems my luck is today. I just entered the central area and already encountered a first-rank fierce beast. This is perfect for me to test my sphere technique on." Xu Jingming's thinking this encounter is a good break. He's just entered the central area and bumped into a first-rank fierce beast, the arm-blade tiger. He's seeing this as a perfect chance to test out his spear technique. Xu Jingming's looking to put his skills to the test against this beast. Arm-blade tiger launches towards him. Our protagonist takes a stand to fight back. Xu Jingming fastened off against the charging arm-blade tiger. He's the keen stance ready to fight back. This is going to be an intense showdown of cross swords between Wu Jingming and the fierce arm-blade tiger. How's Xu Jingming going to use his fear technique against this beast? Xu Jingming's moving fast, dodging the arm-blade tiger's attack. Then he uses his fear to block the tiger's next attack. He's using his fear technique smartly to defend against the fierce arm-blade tiger. The beast's arms started shaking. Our protagonist thought, is this all the power of a first-rank arm-blade tiger has? I guess only a Tiger King can make me use a little more effort. Xu Jingming's thinking, the arm-blade tiger is not that powerful. He's wondering if only a more powerful beast like a Tiger King would push him to use more effort. Xu Jingming's assessing the situation, thinking about the beast's strength. With quick movement, our protagonist launched toward the tiger beast to attack. That tiger beast also launched forward, but with a quick moment, our protagonist reached near the tiger beast and stabbed the beast with the sphere. The tiger beast started growling in pain, and blood flowed out his mouth. Our hero landed near the beast and looked at it. Xu Jingming landed near the wounded arm-blade tiger. The beast scrolled in pain, and blood's flowing out of its mouth. Xu Jingming's looking at the beast, assessing the situation. They both look into each other's eyes. Suddenly, with a growl, the tiger beast launches forward. It started attacking our protagonist with his claws. Our protagonist dodges all of its attacks, and he said, "As expected of a first-rank ferocious beast, its vitality is indeed tenacious. It still wants to put up a desperate struggle." Our protagonist suddenly turns back and gets ready to face the beast. He said, "But no matter how much you struggle, it's futile." He started binding his power into the sphere and shot lightning slashes towards a beast that accurately hit the beast, and the beast fell down. Blood flows in the wounds of the beast. The beast shows no sign of life. A system shows killing one first-rank armored tiger. Ability points plus 14. The protagonist said the ability points obtained from killing a first-rank ferocious beast is almost double what you get from killing an unranked one. He continues thinking about the exam hall's potential for leveling up. The stronger the ferocious beast, the higher the ability points multiplier, he reminds himself. To others, the exam hall seems like a danger zone, but for him, it's a rare treasure ground where he can level up quickly. He thought opportunities like this are rare, so I have to make the most of my time to harvest more ability points. With this determination, he moves forward through the exam hall, intent on finding more ferocious beasts to battle and gain more ability points. Outside the arena, the audience gathered in the stands watched as the large screen displayed the rankings. It showed number 32, Xu Jingming, 328 points. Teacher Chun Fan spoke up, a hint of pride in his voice. "So Xu Jingming is from our class 5 after all. Among so many parallel classes, only students from your class have made it into the top 50. Teacher Chin Fan truly has a great way of teaching, right?" There was a murmur of agreement among the teachers and students nearby. Someone suggested in the second half of the year, we can have Teacher Chun Fan lecture and share some of his teaching experience. But Teacher Chin shook his head humbly. "No, no," he said, "this is all due to the students' own efforts. It has little to do with me." Suddenly, someone from the audience stands up and says, "Look, everyone, Xu Jingming's ranking has gone up again." The screen updates to show number 25, Xu Jingming. The crowd reacts with surprise as they see that he actually gained 44 points at once. The audience starts buzzing with whispers and murmurs. Teacher Chun Fan looks pleased but not entirely surprised. It seems Xu Jingming is really making his mark. He says, Zhang Wenshan spoke up, explaining the scoring system of the martial arts exam. According to the martial arts exam score calculation, killing a peak unranked ferocious beast gives you 6 to 8 points. Killing a first-tier, low-grade ferocious beast gives you 14 to 16 points, and the smartwatch's kill count update interval is 4 seconds. He did a quick mental calculation, and his eyes widened slightly, which means in just 4 seconds, Xu Jingming killed 5 peak unranked ferocious beasts or 3 first-tier low-grade ferocious beasts. Zhang Wenshan couldn't help but think to himself, this kind of performance hasn't been seen in years. Principal Xiao turned to Zhang Wenshan, a hint of curiosity in his voice. "The student from your school is a good prospect. Why haven't I heard you mention him before?" Principal Xiao said. "To be honest, I just found out myself. For the specific situation, you'll have to ask him as a homeroom teacher." He seemed to be considering something for a moment before nodding. "But it's clear Xu Jingming is an exceptional student. I'd like to know more about his background and abilities." Principal Xiao said to Teacher Chin, "Come over and tell the leaders about Xu Jingming in detail. For example, what's his talent like?" Teacher Chin Fan walked over to them and bowed slightly before speaking. "Director Principal, this Xu Jingming awakened an E-rank ability, weak electricity." The leaders exchanged glances, their expressions showing a mix of interest and curiosity about Xu Jingming's E-rank ability and weak electricity. Principal Xiao was in shock, saying, "Just in rank ability, Teacher Chin Fan, you didn't remember incorrectly, did you?" Teacher Chin Fan shook his head firmly. "No, before the college entrance exam, I even specifically advised him not to participate in the martial arts. College entrance exam, I didn't expect that." Teacher Chen's words trailed off, leaving the leaders to process surprising news about Xu Jingming's E-rank ability and weak electricity and his unexpected performance in the martial arts exam. The director said, To be able to get this far with just an E rank ability, it seems student Xu Jingming must have outstanding qualities in other areas. That makes me even more curious. Let's wait. With his momentum, he should soon be able to break into the top 10. At that time, we'll understand how he managed to do it if he did it by cheating. The principal and teacher Qin, who was Xu Jing's class teacher, got terrified hearing the director's words about investigating if Xu Jingming cheated. They exchanged worried glances, concern etched on their faces about the implications of such an investigation on Xu Jingming and the school. Xu Jingming is now ranked number 9 on the leaderboard. This indicates he's made it into the top 10, which is a significant achievement considering his E-rank ability and weak electricity. Tang Shi, Xu Jingming's cousin, said, "As I expected, you were the one who caused that one blow yesterday, cousin Xu Jingming." There seems to be a bit of familiar connection and possibly a hint of acknowledgement or even pride in Tang Qi's tone about Xu Jingming's actions. Xiao Mingyang, who is currently ranked number 1 on the leaderboard, said, "There's still 6 hours left until the end of the exam, and a new face actually squeezed into the top 10. Xu Jingming. Never heard of him." Mingyang's tone seems somewhat curious and maybe a bit intrigued by the sudden appearance of Xu Jingming in the top 10. The screen shows Xu Jingming running and killing beasts. As he's killing them, he says, "As expected, the efficiency of killing ferocious beasts is higher in the central area. By looking at a flying drone," he says, "a tracking camera drone. It seems I've already entered the top 10. Xu Jingming seems pleased or at least aware of his achievement of entering the top 10. And he's strategizing about his location and efficiency in killing ferocious beasts in the central area." Xu Jingming said, "The martial arts college entrance exam is all about testing a candidate's strength and potential. The better the result, the more recognition you get. I didn't plan on hiding my strength anyway. The top 10 is just beginning." Xu Jingming seems confident and focused on performing well, aiming for more than just being in the top 10. Xu Jingming looked at the screen and thought, "But before entering the core area, I need to improve my strength again." He's considering his next steps and strategizing about enhancing his abilities before moving into the more challenging or critical parts of the exam area. Xu Jingming thought, "I have over 300 ability points, but a level field skill is sent to shown a promotion notification. It seems the only way to advance from an awakened to an ability user is by learning an ability cultivation method." He's contemplating the requirements for advancing his abilities and considering the need to learn a cultivation method to progress from awakened to ability user. Xu Jingming thought that in that case I will continue to improve my basic attributes. By looking at the screen, suddenly blue lights around him. He said, "This feels great. It's time to head to the core area." The screen shows a notification: Physique plus Courant, Spirit plus Vengdu. Xu Jingming seems to have gotten a boost in his attributes, Physique and Spirit, and he's feeling positive about heading to the core area with these enhancements. The scene shifted to the core area where the danger level is highest. There were many tiger beasts eating dead rhinoceros. This core area seems to be a high-risk zone with dangerous creatures like tiger beasts, indicating Xu Jingming is heading into a very challenging part of the exam or environment. The leader of the tiger beast is standing on top of the rhinoceros head. This suggests the leader is asserting dominance or surveying its surroundings while the other tiger beast feeds on the dead rhinoceros. The scene is tense with the leader tiger beast on top, possibly watching for threats or competitors. Xu Jingming watched everything while hiding behind a building. He said, 9 armored tigers, the one in the middle. Its aura and size are outstanding, coupled with his astonishingly long arm blades. It must be the armored tiger king. Xu Jingming seems to be sizing up the situation, identifying the leader among the armored tigers as the armored tiger king, which appears to be a formidable creature given its attributes. Xu Jingming got ready to face the armored tigers, saying, "Looks like it's going to be a great harvest." Suddenly, he felt someone standing behind him. By looking back, he said, "Come on out. I have found you." A figure started coming toward him. This twist introduces a new element to the scene. An unknown figure that Xu Jingming sensed was behind him. The figure is now approaching Xu Jingming. The person coming closer said, "So perceptive. You found me even though I didn't expect you to be the Xu Jingming who broke into the top 10. This person seems somewhat surprised that Xu Jingming is the one who sensed their presence, and they're acknowledging Xu Jingming's achievement of breaking into the top 10. Xu Jingming said, "Zhao Yang, you know me." Zhao Yang replied, "I am acquainted with everyone strong enough to enter the core area except for you. So when I saw a new face, I guess it was the one who rose like a dark horse." Zhao Mingyang seems to be acknowledging Xu Jingming's unexpected rise to prominence, referring to him as a dark horse who quickly made it to the top 10. Mingyang said, "I've been watching this group of armored tigers for a while with shock." Xu Jingming asked, "You want to steal my monsters?" Mingyang's statement implies he's been observing the armored tigers with a mix of amazement and possibly interest. Xu Jingming's question is a bit accusatory, wondering if Zhao Yang's interest in the armored tigers means he wants to take advantage of the situation. Xiaoying said, "Don't misunderstand. The armored tiger king is a first-tier mid-grade ferocious beast. Plus, with the 9 armored tigers hunting in a team, no matter how strong a single person is, they can't handle it. We can cooperate." Zhao Mingyang is clarifying that his interest isn't about stealing Xu Jingming's situation with the armored tigers, but rather he's pointing out the danger of facing such powerful beasts alone. He's suggesting that Xu Jingming and he cooperate to deal with the armored tigers and the armored tiger king. Xu Jingming said, "No need. I'll handle it myself." With a confident smile, he said, "I'm enough by myself." Xu Jingming is declining offer of cooperation and expressing confidence in his ability to handle the armored tigers and the armored tiger king on his own.